we are going to cover today keywords on fire. It's my favorite tool. We're going to do a deep dive on keywords on fire. I want to hear, especially a few of you there, how you use keywords on fire. Do you use it for listing optimization, or do you use it for one thing that I'm going to show you, which is pretty powerful right now, which is product research. I'm going to jump in and show you that as well. So I hope you guys are familiar with the tool, but we're going to jump in and run this for the next 30 minutes. So we'll jump in, do some training. I've got two announcements that I want to mention. First, one is welcome Amazon India to ZonGuru. So it is pretty much you're the first people hearing. We've just gone live with it. We haven't announced it. I think we announced it on the newsletter this week, but we haven't publicly promoted it yet. But we are fully integrated now with Amazon India. We are super excited by that opportunity to help sellers on Amazon India. It's I think Amazon's goal is to have 10 million sellers on that platform by 2025. So it is going to have a massive growth explosion, and it is a very open market at the moment. So another one that we've integrated. So we're now the first ever tool set to be fully integrated with USA or North America, Europe, Australia, and now India as well. So we're not stopping there. So very excited by that. And then the second announcement I would say for everyone here is, hey, if you're looking to get some extra work and you want to join our customer success team and you are a seller, we're specifically looking for those individuals who are sellers selling on Amazon and are looking for a side hustle and to do some customer success work with us. If you're interested in that, please email Kimberly@zonguru.com, KIMBERLEE, Kimberly, or just go to support@zonguru.com or support and just say, hey, I'm interested in the customer success role. We're looking for, especially someone based in Australia, maybe the Gold Coast is even better. And if you have obviously Amazon and seller experience and you want to join our customer success team and get a little bit of extra side money, that would be amazing. So, all right, so I'm not seeing too much in the chat here. I hope it's working, but I see a couple of hellos. That's about it. Hopefully you can hear me. If someone could just give me a thumbs up and say, hey, you can hear me perfectly. I'd love that engagement there so I can just know that I'm not just talking to myself. That'd be amazing. So let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. And we're going to jump into the training in a second. So those two announcements, let's jump in and let's get going. So, okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Let's do this for a second. All right, you guys can see that. All right, so we're inside ZonGuru right now, and this is the tool that we're going to show you today, Keywords on Fire. This is probably in the industry, it's known as probably the most powerful keyword research tool in the space, and it's because we do an amazing job of actually finding keywords that customers are actually typing into the different local marketplaces. So you're actually seeing the types of keywords that people are literally putting into the platform on Amazon. And then we make sure that it's accurate and obviously relevant for whatever you're searching for. A lot of the tools out there, they just have a lot of garbage in there. They're not really relevant for what you're trying to do. And just the way that we pull the data, any big seller will tell you they see massive opportunity in the data and in the keyword data that we pull in versus any other tool. And that's because, our dev team are mostly sellers, and we have a very good relationship with Amazon, and we know how to get the data and then obviously visualize it in the right way for you guys. So we're extremely proud of this tool. It works incredibly well with Listing Optimizer to ensure that you have the best listing on page one, right? That we can guarantee you, just the way that we actually show it on the Listing Optimizer. Now, how do you use this tool? This tool can be used in two ways. One is for its main purpose, which is for listing optimization, keyword research, getting your keywords into your listing so that you can maximize the potential, in ensuring that you're in front of the right customers and you use the most relevant keywords so that when they see the keyword and they see your product, there's a relevancy there and they convert. So that's the first use in terms of this tool. The second use, which is probably my favorite use, is actually for product research. Because this is keyword rich and it's based on keyword data, and that's ultimately how you find products for product research. There's a really cool way that you can actually use this in addition to Niche Finder, Chrome extension, to really help you with the keyword research. I'm going to show you that in the beginning, and then I'll show you a little bit of how I actually use the keywords for Listing Optimizer, to optimize your listing, and I also use it for the baseline for my PPC. A lot of ways to use it here. We're going to cover it in the next 30 minutes. So let's go in. Hey, Karen, good to hear. So if anybody has any questions, put in the chat. I'll answer it. This is your chance to literally ask any questions you want around this tool, and we can dive in. And I'd love to hear from you so we can answer some of those questions. Okay, so this is Keywords on Fire. This is the thing I'm going to show you right now is probably the most important thing when you are doing a Keywords on Fire session. There are two ways you can enter data into keywords. You can go in here where it says products separated by ASINs, and you can type in a specific ASIN or 5 specific ASINs, put that in and run an analysis. That is for a very specific use when you're potentially looking at some competitors. You want a smaller subset. To be honest, I didn't even know why people would use that function, but a lot of people ask for it, so we do have that. The main and the best way to use this tool and the most powerful way is to use it by add by product phrases. So you click on this side over here, add by product phrases, right? And then you type in your main keyword. So if you're, for example, looking at water bottle, right? Camping water bottle. Let's just say camping. Sorry about the spelling. Water bottle camping. Right? That is your buyer keyword, the main keyword that people will be typing in when they're looking for the type of product that you're trying to search for. And then you would hit search. And the reason why product phrase is so much more powerful than just putting in ASINs is because what this is doing is when you put in this keyword, right? It is bringing up the top 25 organic listings for that specific keyword. So when you type into Amazon, whatever the top products are, these are the ones that are going to come up for that word that you've typed in. Now, when you go and select them, you should select all, right? And probably what I do is I usually unselect the ones that have really low ratings, because what you're trying to get here is the highest organic listings for that keyword, but also the ones that have the most seasoned listings. They've been around for a long time. So for example, this one, 44,000 ratings. Obviously, it's going to have a whole bunch of keywords. Over 3,000 indexed keywords is what we look for per listing. And it goes on. So you can go down here. Usually, I will remove some of these lower ones, right? And the trick here is that when you run the analysis, it does a reverse lookup on all the keywords that they index for across all of these products. Plus, then we put in some additional APIs to actually pull in some keywords that the people are typing into Amazon. We dedupe it against it, so you're getting the best of a reverse lookup tool as well as a keyword generator tool from keywords typed into Amazon. And that's why this list is so powerful. We obviously put some filters in it as well to give you a relevant list. So that's really powerful. The other trick that you can do is if you have more than one buyer keyword, you can do multiple keyword searches up to 25 listings, right? So water bottle camping, I can go add products, right? And remember, I removed those 3. And then I can actually just click on it again. And I can put in a different phrase, like, camping, canteen, I don't know, whatever the keyword is, right? And I can do another search, add more of the listings to it. So I can add another couple over here, right? Add those. And then I can run my research. So you can do multiple keyword phrases, and you should include at least up to 25 listings. Here I've got 24, and then I would name my session and I'd run the keyword analysis. That will make sure that you get a whole bunch of data, really powerful, relevant keyword data, and then you have up to 25 listings that you can compare and contrast to, and there's ways that you can slice and dice the data. So that is the best way that you should absolutely go ahead whenever you do a session, you run it, right? Hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully that is something that I hope you already know. But if you didn't, that is probably one of the biggest takeaways you should get whenever you run this tool. Right, what I'm going to show you right now is how to actually use this for research. So if you're in the research phase and you're looking for products, this is how I use it, right? I just typically will go in here and I will let me just get this out, and I will just put in an add by product phrase. And what I do is whoever's looking to sell on Amazon, pick something that you like or a category that you like. There's always so many products within a category that you like that why not, sell something that you are the target, how to make it better. That's my advice for you for sure. Don't just pick some random product unless it's really a massive opportunity, but put in a category that you like. So typically when you use this tool, you're going to put in a very specific keyword like, aluminum or aluminium, camping, water bottle, for men, right? Because that's, if you're doing a listing optimization, you would do that. But if you're looking for product research, just type in a general phrase and let's see what comes up, right? So for example, you can just do camping, right? Camping is such a general word. It's not a camping chair, it's not a camping water bottle. It's just camping. It's got that word camping in all the words that we're going to put in. And then I would, select all 25 very simply. I would just literally hit search, select all 25, add it to the listing, and then select all of them, and then run the analysis. So I've gone ahead and done that, and I want to show you what this looks like. Here's camping research, right? You can see it over here. I've done it for the US market. You can select any marketplace you want. Remember, we're integrated with all those different marketplaces, so select whatever you want if you want to look at a specific market. And you can see just from that, because it's such a big category, we have 957 unique keywords, of which there's $130 million in potential revenue just for the keywords that we pulled in. And let's go in and actually have a look at what that looks like. And then I'm going to show you how I actually started looking for product ideas. And I mean, I literally did this in a few seconds, and there's going to be products that just pop up that you'll be able to see. And I hope, let me see. I think, Bill, you have a question there. I don't know if that has popped up. I'll see if I can get that. If you have a question, just put it straight into the chat. That's the best way, because sometimes I think it is difficult for me to see the questions. If you have one, just literally just put it straight into the chat, and I can get it there. That's the best way for me to be able to answer your questions. Okay, so yes, you can see my screen. Okay, so this is Keywords on Fire. We've done camping research. I'm going to talk a little bit about the actual data columns right here, and then I'm going to go in and actually show you how I find product ideas. So first one is obvious, keywords, right? The second one is ZG score. This is an internal score based on the search volume, the amount of dollars that can be generated from that keyword. A little bit of the competition is factored into there, and most importantly, relevancy. Relevancy is really, really important to make sure that you've got the right keywords. So you will learn to trust that. But when I do a listing optimization, I literally just take all the keywords of a relevancy score of over 60, and I know I've got the best keywords. So that's ZG score. Then we give you dollar from keywords. This is a unique number that we've actually managed to reverse engineer, which is the amount of actual potential dollar for that specific keyword gathered from the top 25 listings for that keyword. Search volume, this is actual search volume typed into Amazon for that keyword. The number of competitors that actually rank in the top 25 positions, right? So here you can see camping, obviously 25, camping accessories only 8. This isn't that applicable in this specific example because camping is so wide. If you have a very specific product, then you'll know how competitive is that keyword, how many of the top 25 competitors rank in the top 25 positions for that keyword. ZG launch is actually a number of how many units you need to sell on a daily basis in order to get to page 1. And you can see here, these are massive, like camping accessories, 210, right? Number of units that are sold on average for the top 25. How many ratings? This is an indication of competitiveness, how many reviews they have average across the top 25. The price, very important. You want something that can sell over $25. How much have that percentage in the keyword title, which show that they're optimizing for that keyword. The average PPC bid. This is important to understand. Hey, if I'm selling or going for a keyword that is $2 a click versus 20 cents a click, that makes a big difference, right? And then you have these three here: top $3 dollars from keyword, top 3 clicks, and top 3 conversions. This is getting from brand analytics, and typically this is giving you market share for the, or revenue share for that actual keyword. So I like to make sure that the top 3 don't have more than, say, 40%, in terms of getting the most clicks and conversions, because you want to make sure that spread is even so you can get in and actually win. And then on the right hand side over here, we have every single one of the ASINs that we've put in and their actual ranking. So, red means they're highly ranked, green means they're lower ranked up to position 250, and dot means they don't rank at all, right? So this is a good way when you start to do some of your long tail niche views, you can actually look at some of the competitiveness of the keyword. So, that's that data. And then there's other ways that you can slice and dice the data. We can look at that right now, which is the most powerful thing that you can use, which is the actual filters at the top here. And I'm going to show you a couple of those views in a second. Let's see if there's any, if everyone's got a question, please let me know. But good to see everyone here. And I hope this is making sense to you. So those are all of the columns that we have, incredibly powerful. And again, your friend here is filters, right? So what I'm going to show you right now is based on the camping research, industry, I guess, or category, how do we actually find products to sell? Now, clearly, if you look at this, camping accessories, that's going to give you nothing, right? It's going to give you, there's a lot of search volume, but what are those, right? So camping supplies, camping kitchen equipment, there's not much you can get in here. And the things that I like to look at first when I look at this is I'll search, sort by search volume, right? So I'll go, okay, let's look at a high level, how much search volume there is actually for this category. Because that's going to help me when I start to filter in and actually look at some of the data. So let's see if I can actually get this to work. I think sometimes it's a little slow when it's going through this webinar function that we have here. But anyway, I sort by search volume. So you can see I sorted by search volume. You can see 292,000, 250, 91,000. These are massive monthly search volumes for these kind of products, right? And then I kind of like to scroll down and say, hey, out of all of these 900 keywords, where does it kind of start to drop off? But I want to make sure that I can understand what is a decent volume. And then I also like to look at ratings, right? How many ratings does this category generally have? And you can see here, there's 3,000, 5,000, 8,000, 1,000. Some of them are low, obviously, with a few. This is average ratings for the top 25, positions. And that helps me to understand competition. Those two columns in itself are incredibly powerful when you're looking for research. And I'm going to show you how I actually use it right now. So what I would do is I'd go, okay, give me search volume of anything over 1,000. So I want to make sure there's at least some decent search volume. If I'm looking for a product, I want to make sure it's at least got over 1,000. Maybe you put in this category, you could probably even put in 2,000, right? But I want to say, hey, it's got to have more than 1,000 search volumes a month, right? Now, if you're doing Australia or some other markets, you want to use probably something a little bit lower because, America is obviously a very high volume market. So, I put in anything over search volume, and then I'm going to say, give me another one here, which is ratings, right? So now I'm looking for anything that has decent search volume, but has a low average rating. So it's less competitive. So I'd go less than or equal to, and let's just put in here, for example, 2,000, right? So it's going to have less than 2,000 ratings. Now you can see already just by doing this, right? I've cut it down to, from the 900, I'm down to 289 unique keywords, right? So there's 289 here. So I could probably, adjust this a little bit more, say, hey, give me ratings of maybe over 1,000, let's do that. So let's just do, maybe I just want something like even more, less competitive, right? So let's just go ratings less than or equal to 1,000. Okay, so now how many keywords? I've got 46 keywords. This is gold. There's 46 potential opportunities that I can actually sell in the camping niche, right? Let's go to, and then how I would look at this right now is I'll just go, okay, sort by search volume. Give me the most high search volume. So I want to know what is getting the most search volume, and then I kind of look at the ratings and I say, where are the lowest average ratings? So portable toilet for camping, right? It's got a high search volume, but it's actually not even that bad. It's like, because it's under 1,000, right? We've got 790 average ratings. Now, that is already an opportunity just there. But if I look down this row a little bit and I look for the ones with the lowest ratings, this one stands out to me right here, camping kitchen, right? Or 333. It's got 19,000 search volume and 333 average reviews. That's a pretty unbelievable opportunity. And what I actually like is the price point is pretty high. It's $138. I bet you there's margin in that you can actually do an amazing job creating a product. So that stands out to me, camping kitchen, right? Because again, great search volume, super low average reviews. So there's got to be a lot of opportunity there, and you can get onto page one. And then maybe just looking down here a little bit more, let's see what else there is. Let's sort by ratings. Let's go low ratings here. Let's see. Okay, tanning tents. Yeah, not really for me. Camp kitchen, collapsible bucket, right? Good search volume, 19,000, 108,000 average dollar keywords, and 375 ratings. So collapsible bucket is another opportunity that I would probably look at here. And there's an aluminum table, there's 10-foot, roll-up table, camp sink, cord. I mean, there's just idea after idea after idea here. I mean, there's just, this is just on 46. Just imagine if you look at the 50, I would probably look at that. I mean, there's, changing room tent, shower tent. There's huge opportunity here. If I wanted to do something in the camping idea, I've already got like 10 ideas here that literally I know can sell. So let's go and look at a couple of these. So if you want to look at them, you just literally click on a collapsible bucket, and then it opens up in Amazon, and you can look at it right there. Hillary, hi John, can you give an indication of search volume we should look at for UK as opposed to US? It would be 50% of US or more or less. So good question, Hillary. I think what's important is to look by category, especially if you do it in this way, right? So if I go and take camping and just run that, or whatever your category is, run it for the UK, and then look at the actual volume of keywords, right? Because you want to look at something that for its universe has a decent amount of keywords. So if I ran the same thing, I would say probably on the UK, I would probably say anything over probably still 1,000, right? Because look at these. I mean, some of them have like literally 70,000 search volume or 200,000 search volume. So it's kind of like looking within that universe and then understanding, hey, what is like a bottom level of search volume? In my opinion, anything over 1,000 is great. Maybe on Australia you want to go a little bit lower, like anything over 500 is a good number, but over 1,000 is great. So let's go look at these two examples just real quick. So let's look at this, right? Kitchen camping, right? So this is kitchen camping. Looking at the products, I mean, what I see immediately is like this thing can fold up really small. There's absolutely ways that you can differentiate it. I mean, just a little bit of understanding this market, you're going to come up with great ways that you can differentiate. Maybe it's different, compartments, ways that you can differentiate that, and super easy. Like a manufacturer could do that, and it's not going to cost a lot. Maybe there's some attachments. I don't know if it's color. Maybe it's like a darker green something. But there's so many ways that you can differentiate this kind of product. And if I look at it, and I just bring up the ZonGuru score right here, 61% niche score, great demand, so important. And look at that competition opportunity. It's a little bit down. That's great for the US. A decent price point. And there's people here that are doing 90, 100,000. This is $1 million product idea just here. And by the way, you're looking at the reviews. There's people on this page, right, that have 12 reviews. I mean, this guy had 12 reviews and he's on page 1. So you tell me you can't get onto page 1 right here. You can absolutely get there pretty quickly, and you will crush it. So that's one example. And then collapsible buckets. I opened this one up. This is the collapsible buckets. Obviously it's a bucket that folds up, great for camping. There's a few here that are great ideas. This is like friendly suite. I'm just thinking about the actual camping market. By the way, this is an update that we've had to our Chrome extensions. Now you have the visuals really nicely just on the left-hand side. But look at these, 42,000, right? This product here, 42,000, Amazon's choice. Price point is a little bit low, but if you're looking for camping, I bet you can get that price point up. I would do, what I would do with a product like this, especially if I'm doing it in a camping collapsible bucket, is I would just take this product, this one right here, something like this, and I just put a nice little, nozzle on the end so that you can get you can have it as a bucket. You can put the water in. Maybe it's got a little cover that goes over the top, like this guy, right? He's got a thing on the top, but I would actually just put a nozzle. So if you wanted to hang it in a tree or hang it up, you could just open that up and you could spray. Maybe you can do attachment. It could be a shower and a bucket, something like that. And you've got a winning product there that is completely differentiated, and you could absolutely win. And if it's camping, you have a bucket and you have something that can actually dispense water out, as a shower, as a drink, or whatever it is. That's what I would do for that kind of product, and you would absolutely kill it. So there's two perfect examples. This actually took me a few seconds of just running that search and then using the filters, right? Search by volume, ratings over there. You can use a few more if you wanted to kind of limit your ratings. You can add multiple. You can just keep going. Any column you want here, you could go, hey, you know what, for this kind of search as well, maybe what I want is I want to make sure that the top 3 conversions, are less than or equal to what did I say before? Maybe it's 40%, right? So I can add that in. Now I've got 11 keywords. So these ones are a little bit more diversified. The top 3 aren't just winning all of it. Camping kitchen is still in there. We have a few other ones here: camping sink, camp tables, rechargeable fan, whatever it is. So this is how I use it for product research. It's really, really powerful. And then what I would do once I have my idea, right? So if camping kitchen is it, I would then go and run another keywords on fire session on that, and then really look at the keywords, understand the competitiveness, and then you will have the confidence to know, hey, this is a great product that I could potentially sell. So Niche Finder is great. You can find ideas coming to you, but if you want to look at a specific category, use this. I promise you're going to find amazing ideas and use that to help your product research. This thing, because it is keyword based, is so powerful in really finding great opportunities. And, to find a product that is 6 figures, 7 figures or 6 figures, you're going to make $1 million potentially with this kind of product that has an average of under 333 ratings just for that page is a pretty big opportunity right there on Amazon.com. So they are there. You got to find them, and a tool like this will help you. Okay. Rakshana, am I correct to say the ideal keyword is with the highest ZG score and the low ZG launch number? That's an interesting way of looking at it. I think, remember this, the ZG score is a relevancy score, right? So it has some competitiveness opportunity added to it, but it's how relevant is that for the main keyword that you typed in originally? So it's just making sure that you've got relevant keywords to add to your listing. What I would say the best keywords are the ones that have great search volume, a good relevancy score, great search volume, and yes, a lower rating, so that there's opportunity around that. So if I had to choose between 2 keywords like camping kitchen and maybe there's another one like camping kitchen table, one has much more search volume and one or similar search volume, but one has a lot less average ratings, I would target that as my main keyword because I have a much better chance of getting onto page 1, right? All right, so that is how I use it for product research. The other way we can use it is, this is candle making kit, right? You can see it's in candle making kit. Now, when I do a listing optimization, so this is a very specific keyword, candle making kit. That's my main buyer keyword. I want to make sure that my listing has the best keywords, added to my listing. So the most relevant, the most powerful, the highest competitive, but the ones that have the most search volume, I have to make sure I have those in my listing. And the way I typically do that is I would just go, hey, give me the ZG score of greater than or equal to 50 or 60. You can look at it, but anything kind of over 50, those are your most powerful short tail relevant keywords that you have to have in your listing. So I'd save that view and say that's one view that when I do my listing optimization, I want to make sure I have all of those powerful main baseline keywords in my listing. The second thing I do is I actually like to create a very specific longer tail opportunistic list of keywords. So what I mean by that is when I say long tail, it's someone typing in candle making kit for adults, right? Or candle making kit soy wax. If my product is a soy wax candle making kit, someone types that into Amazon, that's a long tail keyword. The chance of them converting on my listing is very high because it's a very descriptive keyword. So they are ready to buy. They know what they're looking for. They don't just type in candle making kit, which is like, hey, I want to just find any kind of candle making kits. It's like a soy specific one. If I match on that, I'm going to convert, right? So I want to get those longer tail keywords that have less competition and then save that as a small view. So that once I've done the baseline optimization, I want to make sure those longer tail descriptive keywords are in my listing. And more importantly, I can save that as a manual long tail keyword campaign for my PPC, because now I've got the quality score. I can run PPC to those keywords. I know they're descriptive. I know they're relevant. I know my listing will convert if someone types that in. And I know I've got it in my listing, so they match up, and then you can convert and the sale will come. So it's a very, very powerful technique to using when you do your launch campaign, your PPC. So I always save that kind of longer tail view as well. And the way I've just done it here out of all the keywords is this is my thought pattern. Hey, give me keywords that out of the top 25 that I've added, less than for each keyword, less than 10 are actually ranking in the top 25. So they're much less competitive, right? There's a good competition opportunity there that you can capitalize on. Then I say, hey, give me the search volume of anything over 1,000 because it has to have search volume. Then I say, give me a ZG score of relevancy over 50. And then I'd add in, hey, maybe give me more than 3 keywords because that's a longer tail keyword. So I can just show you how I do that real quick, and then we can look at the keywords, right? So if I was selling a candle making kit, I would do exactly this and save the view. I would go here and I would go, hey, give me, right? So, out of all the keywords that we have here, 300 keywords, right? A lot of them have, 14 are listing it or ranking in the top 25 positions, right? Of the competitors, right? All these competitors here. So there's some that are 14, 20, etc. But all I'm saying is, for me, give me anybody, if I'm doing the longer tail ones, right? Give me anybody who has over here, sorry, where am I looking? I am looking for the top 25. So give me top 25 of less than or equal to, you can even do 8, right? Saying, hey, we want 8 competitors to be ranking in the top 25. So it's very opportunistic. So that's one filter. So I do that. Then I want to say, hey, I want to make sure the search volumes, it can't be like 0 search volume. So greater than or equal to 1,000, right? So there's got to be some decent search volume for that. And then maybe saying, hey, I want, I want these to be relevant for my listing, right? So give me greater than or equal to 50, right? Because I want to make sure that they're all relevant. And then there's 3 here already, right? So 3, maybe a little bit more. So maybe 8, maybe I need a little bit higher. Maybe I should do 10 here. Let's just see. Let's go top 25, less than or equal to 10. All right, I think it should have worked, but maybe just taking its time. Okay, so let's go. Great, and then I'm going to add ZG score of greater than or equal to 40. Let's do 40. Now we know that we have relevant keywords. We have 82 right here, and maybe another one to do is just say, hey, give me the keywords that have number of keywords greater than or equal to 3. So now we know we have long tail descriptive keywords. There's 60 over here that have great search volume. They have less competition, right? And they have relevancy, right? And so now you can take these keywords, filter out a few, save that view, and then you have a very unique set of keywords that you can add. Candle making starter kits, make your own candles for adults, DIY candle making kits. You're going to find a whole bunch of keywords. Siblings candle making kits, strange, but okay, maybe that's a brand. Gel candle making kits. Look here, Sarah para velas. So, Spanish words always come in the USA, and people miss out on that when they don't optimize their listing. It's a great thing for your back-end keywords. So you can take these keywords, and then when you do your listing optimization, you can compare it to the top 10 competitors, top 8, and you can optimize your listing and guarantee that you have the best potential listing over your competitors. That is the way that I tackle listing optimization using keywords on fire. 1, ZG score over 50, save that view, and then there's a longer tail view, and then I add both of those, and then I optimize my listing, go through the whole thing, compare it to the top 8 competitors, make sure that I beat them, save that, and then upload directly to Amazon, and my listing is done. Typically, I can do that, in the space of around 20 to 30 minutes. It is absolutely worth doing, and you'll have the most powerful listing on page 1. Okay, I think that is all the questions coming from everyone over here. It is pretty much on time right now. Remember, Amazon India, if you want to look at that, it is now live. You can go in there. You guys are the first to hear about that. Again, if anybody's interested in a customer success role on ZonGuru and you've got some Amazon selling experience, hit up support, ask about that, or Kimberly at ZonGuru, KIMBERLEE at ZonGuru.com. And we can get chatting there. I hope you have a great long weekend if you're here in the US, because it is July 4th weekend, or if you are in Australia. I hope everyone's safe over there. Keep safe. This pandemic is a real thing. I've personally been affected by it. It's not fun. So just be safe out there, and have a great weekend. All right, everyone. Cheers for now. Bye.